אחוז מאת כל שכנייך, כלים ריקים אל תעמידי, ובעד וסגרת דלת בעדך ודבנייך, ויצאת על כל הכלים האלה, והמלא כעשי, ותלך מאיתו, ותסגור הדלת בעדך ובעד בניך, הם מגישים אליך, והיא מוצקת. ויהי כמלוא הכלים, ותאמר אל בניך, הגישה אלי עוד כלי, ויאמר אליך, אין עוד כלי, ויעמוד השמן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, צור כל העולמים, צדיק בכל הדורות, האל הנאמן, האומר ועושה, המדבר ומקיים, שכל בדבריו אמת וצדק, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל הנביאים ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו, אדוני אלוהינו, לקדושה ולמנוחה, לכבוד ולתפארת, על הכל, אדוני אלוהינו, אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך, יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת.
Wonderful. Good job.
Hello, and thank you all for coming. The Torah portion that I am reading is from Vayera. Part of this portion talks about the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. In this portion of the Torah, Abraham escorts 3 guests on their way to Sodom and Gomorrah. God says to Abraham, there are many bad people in Sodom and Gomorrah, and God is going to see if he needs to destroy the 2 cities. Abraham stands before God and asks him, what if there are some good people in the 2 cities? God says if Abraham can find 50 righteous people, he won't destroy the city. And Abraham bargains that number all the way down to 10. In this passage, one thing that stood out to me was that Abraham was willing to stand up to God because there was something that he was going to do that he found morally wrong. This can be translated to my life because it shows that if there is something that I find wrong, then I need to stand up for myself and request change. Even though sometimes this can be hard to do, it makes it easier for me knowing that there's a history in Judaism of this type of action. There are examples of Jewish people standing up for something they think is wrong in more recent history. Examples of this are many Jews were involved in supporting the right for women to vote and the civil rights movement. For these things, they put many things at risk, like their jobs and their reputation, among others. The pandemic made everything a lot longer of a process than it normally takes. At times, I even considered giving up my bar mitzvah. We rescheduled 3 times, and I don't think I would have made it through if it weren't for Anne's help and my mom making me practice. I would like to thank Anne for helping me learn my Torah and all the prayers. I would like to thank the rabbi and Gordon for helping me through everything. I would like to thank my mom and dad for supporting me along the way. I'd like to thank my sister for being my inspiration, my grandparents for staying excited after all these months, and I would like to thank my family and friends for all the support. It means a lot to have all the support.
Mazel tov, Cameron. I have a few words I'd like to share with you, but before I speak, I want to invite your mom and dad to come up to the bima because I know they want to say something to you as well.
Cam, this has been a very long process, as you noted. And a lot of change has taken place, and you've handled it all very well. When we started this process, I think you were shorter than I was. And now that's not the case. It's been a trying year for everybody, and you not only made it through the year gracefully, but you managed to make it through all of this material and be comfortable so that you could become a bar mitzvah. And I just want to let you know how proud we are of you.
Yeah, Cam, when you were little, I told you, when you wanted to get bar mitzvah, you had to want to do it. And you said, I know. And you did, and you've committed to that, as shown by the fact that you kept going with COVID and 3 cancellations, that you wanted to do it, you committed to it, you committed to everything that had to be done. And we're very, very, very proud of you. We love you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nobody.
Okay, Cameron, I get to say a couple things myself. First of all, how do you feel?
Fine.
You weren't nervous at all, right?
No, not anymore.
Good, not anymore. Well, you did such a terrific job. I don't need to repeat, although I will. 3 times. I don't think in my 26 years as a rabbi, I've ever had a bar or a bat mitzvah rescheduled 3 times. I don't know you obviously as well as your mom and dad know you, but it takes a lot of commitment. It takes a lot of practice. I think I've even noticed you getting taller during this period, and that really says something. But you did such a terrific job. I loved what you had to say about the Torah portion. You picked a different Jewish value than the one I talked about. I talked about hospitality, but you highlighted another really important traditional Jewish value, also exemplified by Abraham, which is the courage to stand up in the face of injustice. You brought up how many Jewish leaders were at the forefront of the women's suffrage movement, civil rights, all sorts of other things. And it's not easy to stand up and go against the grain. And my hope for you, my wish for you as you move along in years as a young man and as a young Jewish man, that you'll incorporate that value of calling truth to power into your life. I think you have a lot of not only resiliency in you, but a lot of inner strength. I can feel it, I can see it, and I hope you just grow from strength to strength as your life continues to unfold. And as your sister has done, just serve as a model for this community of about what a proud and self-assured Jewish person should act like. So I'm going to give you. Oh no, this is for later. I'm giving you something else. I'm giving you a certificate to remember your bar mitzvah by, and wish you a mazal tov, and offer you one of the oldest blessings in the Jewish tradition, the priestly benediction. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God's countenance shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisad Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's presence be with you and grant you peace. Amen. Okay, you're going to be up here for just another couple of minutes, and then you get to sit back down again. But I would like to call up your crew, Eli, Aiden, and Ari, to open the ark for us. We're going to continue on page 374 as we put the Torah back into the ark. Please rise.
Hodo al eretz v'shamayim vayarem keren lehamo tehila lecho chasidav lifnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. עץ חיים היא למחזיקים בה בתומכיה מאושר. דרכיה דרכי נועם כל תיבותיה שלום.
Page 586.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא ששנו כגויי הרצות ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם וגורל עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Please be seated. I have the honor of calling up the president of our congregation, Mark Samrick, who has a few words he'd like to share with Cameron and a couple things he'd like to give to him too. So actually, Cameron, come back up one more time. Sorry about that.
Cameron, what a wonderful job you did.
Thank you.
Just a beautiful presentation of the Haftorah, the Torah reading. Such a challenge from thousands of years ago and challenges from today with our sound system. So you kept it all. Your composure was tremendous. Your presentation was beautiful.
Thank you.
On behalf of the synagogue, I want to wish a mazel tov to you, to your parents, your sister, your grandparents, relatives, and family. Such a big crowd coming here today to celebrate this wonderful day. Also, on behalf of the synagogue, I want to present you with this Kiddush cup that's engraved that we hope that'll be a part of your household as you have your own someday, and even now in the home that you're in now. And we have a book here of the history of the Jewish population of Napa Valley we want to give you, and also this other this book that we want to present to you as well. Thank you. Enjoy. Thank you for what you do. We look forward to having you continue to participate here at CBS. You are the future of our congregation, and I thank you for all you've done.
Thank you.
Mazel tov.
As we near the end of our service, our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us, those who have died both recently and in seasons past. We honor the memories of those from our community or known by those in our community who have died during this past year. Estelle Eisenberg, Rosie Rosenthal, Elliot Kapchan, Bill Chiat, Ed Hames, Arthur Waldinger, Judy Donaldson, Elizabeth Mautner, Helen Goodman, Michael Duff Fisher, Margaret Mary Oliveto, Ahuva Ben David, Dr. I. Harold Shevlin, Isadora Smith, Sanford Rubin, Stuart Paley, Bonnie Kapeloff Mamie, Dr. Ian Miller, Jimmy Rabb, Sandra Sumick, Michael Gordon, and Larry Elson. We also remember and honor the yahrzeits, the anniversaries of the deaths of Anna Belsman, Simon Blitzstein, Martha Miller Sherman, Patricia Harms, Ben Baumel, Betty Huckstetter, Alan Ewig, and Peter DePasqua. And if anyone has a name of a loved one they wish to share, please do so. The Mourner's Kaddish is on page 598. Please rise. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah ve'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayachon v'yomachon v'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael b'agala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'alam u'lamei almaya Yitbarach v'yishtabak v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh Yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudsha barichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shmaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mrumav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all those in mourning and comfort to all those who are bereaved. And let us all say amen. Please be seated. We have a final song to be followed by the Kiddush and Motzi blessings. So Gordon, what are we going to close with this morning?
An old oldie but a goodie.
Okay.
Old Adon Olam on page 625. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra V'yet Nasa V'chesacho Azar Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam V'yacharei Kiklo Tako Levado Yimlok Nora Adon Olam V'hu Haya V'hu Hoveh V'hu Yeh B'tifra Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra V'yet Nasa V'chesacho Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam V'hu Echad V'ein Sheni Laham Shelo Hachbira Adon Olam B'li Reshit B'li Tachlit V'lo Ha'oz V'ham Misra Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra V'yet Nasa V'chesacho Azai Melech Shemo Nikra Adon Olam.
I think that was a perfect celebratory melody. You're the music director, not me, but in graduate school and rabbinical school, I think I learned that melody for that particular prayer was originally a secular German beer hall song that was set to Hebrew words. And it feels almost like a beer hall song.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I would know anything about beer, of course. Right?
Of course not.
But what a festive way to end this beautiful bar mitzvah. And we will really end it by inviting Cameron to come back up to the bima so that we can do the blessings over the challah and wine. So Cameron, come on back up one last time. And I'd like to ask everyone else to please rise. And please feel free to join us in the Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei hamotzi le.
Sorry, the Kiddush is first. I jumped the gun.
Okay,
We're doing the
Baruch
Kiddush.
atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Okay, now we'll do the Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat shalom, mazel tov, great job.
Siman tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, siman tov, mazel tov, siman tov, mazel tov, siman tov, Yehei lanu, Ulecho Yisrael, Yehei lanu, Ulecho Yisrael, cinnamon tov, mazel tov, cinnamon tov, mazel tov, cinnamon tov, mazel tov, cinnamon tov, Yehelah.